Okay, I'm going to go ahead and start recording before Craig even enters the room. Here we go. This is very exciting. Here comes Craig. Here he comes. This is very exciting. Waiting for him to turn his audio on, and then we will start the podcast immediately.
I didn't hear what you said at first.
Good.
Okay.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to Two Guys Talking About Lettuce. My name is Greg Benson.
My name is Craig Benzine. What is this tone of voice you're using right now? It's very serious, and it's very dark where you are.
Yeah, for the people who can't see what's going on here, I decided to mix it up a little bit. You know, people love when you mix it up. And normally we do a very bright podcast. I open the window, I have lights on. Today I decided to put down the blackout shades and really just get dark on it. I'm going to get dark on it today.
Why? Just to mix it up? That's the only reason?
Yeah, to mix it up, make it something different, make it something special, something memorable that people will remember.
Okay. It feels to me, it feels like a little fake to just make it dark to mix it up.
No.
What
I've done here is I've used external components to influence the internal emotions.
Okay. All right. I could see that. Yeah. Are we talking about how you need to adjust your environment for mental health?
It's the same sort of thing as when actors, like they say, oh, I can't find my character until I put on my wig and my fake mustache. Mm-hmm. A lot of actors are like that, like De Niro, Pacino, Hoffman, Nicholson, Seagal.
You're just naming famous actors. Seagal was very much an outlier, I think, in that group.
These are all just very well known.
Oh, unless you're talking about. Are you talking about Steven Seagal or Katie Seagal?
Both.
Or Jason Seagal.
Not a lot of people know this. Steven Seagal and Katie Seagal are the same person.
What?
Yeah. You've never seen them in the same project, have you? It's because it's not possible.
I've never seen Steven Seagal in Married with Children. Yeah. And I've never seen Katie Seagal in Under Siege. So
yeah. That's what I'm saying.
True.
Yeah. They are the same person.
Greg. No, they're not. They're not.
I think they are. Listen, here's the deal. Okay. When you live in Los Angeles,
I'm going to shut my shades.
Good. Yeah. All right, everybody. So what's happening now is Craig's going to make it dark. He's going to shut his shades. Might even turn off a light or two, or three, or four. Oh my God! Look at the difference. The difference is amazing. Oh, look at the difference.
There's still a shade open because I think it'll get too dark if I shut that one.
Well, shut that one. Let's see what happens.
Okay.
All right. Look at it. He's going to make it because that barely made a difference. Oh, now it's getting dark. Oh, this is much better.
All right. I guess it is. It's going to show up. Yeah. Can
you turn down the brightness from your screen? Can you bring that down a little more?
Bring it down? Yeah. I'm going to be darker than you then.
I'm going to bring mine down too.
Oh wait, I got another screen up here though.
I'm bringing mine down. I want less light on me.
I don't know how to turn the brightness down on this other screen. Let's see.
This is getting
There we go.
Oh, my God.
There we go.
Okay, Craig. See, now, you know what we should have done? We should have waited for Halloween for this episode because now this is downright scary.
This is pretty scary.
Yeah.
I think it's just intimate is what it is.
I'm going to try something else here. Hang on.
Okay.
All right. Now,
oh, my God.
Now it's even better.
This is really fun for the listeners, I think. This is really...
No, I think anybody watching this is going to be delighted that they are getting... This is the dark episode.
Yeah.
And I feel like...
How do we make our voices darker? How do we do that?
Just turn down the brightness of your voice. Make it dark. Maybe what we should do is
lower. What if you talk lower?
Maybe we should talk about darker things. Maybe we should have like a deep, dark discussion.
You know what I like? I like dark chocolate.
Oh my God, me too. I like dark chocolate. Trader Joe's makes a surprisingly good dark chocolate. It's pound plus, costs $5 for over a pound of dark chocolate.
Oh, wow.
And it's a good one. You've had some of it when you've come to my house, I believe.
I visited, and I was concerned that it might be contaminated with nuts, and then I would have had to go into the hospital, which would be a pretty dark story to tell.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Did you ever watch that TV show, The Dark Universe?
Did you just make that up?
I might have. Listen, no one knows for sure.
Yeah.
But The Dark Universe was one of my favorite. I watched The Dark Universe, and did you ever watch Dark Stories?
Okay, I think you're making up.
That was on
there are shows and movies that have the word dark in them.
Yeah?
You could have gone with. Yeah.
Did you ever watch The Dark People? Did you ever watch that?
No, Greg, I don't think that's a thing.
No, it is good. It's all about people who are very dark.
Okay.
Yeah.
That sounds really generic and dumb, actually.
Well, I mean,
dumb.
to tell the truth, like if you haven't seen the show, the secret that you find out later is they're just regular people, but the lights were off.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Kind of like what we're doing.
Oh my God. Wow.
Yeah.
I feel like the budget could be pretty low on that. That's efficient.
That's not all that's low, if you know what I'm saying.
The revenue, the profits.
Yes.
Yeah.
Their profits are also low. It did not do well. It did not do well.
What about Dark City? That's an actual movie.
I think you made that up.
No. That's real.
Is that the Robert Rodriguez movie? No, that's Sin City.
Yeah, no, not Robert Rodriguez.
I liked the movie Sin City. I never saw the second one. I hear the second one's not good.
I liked Sin City, but over time I've grown to not like it as much.
Oh, is that right? I only saw it once, and I never saw the original version. Like they did a version where they like re-edited it, and it's in different order or something, and that's the one that I saw. I never saw the original version.
Did you ever see the Grindhouse? The two films?
Yes, I enjoyed the Grindhouse films very much.
I did too, actually. The Planet Terror was the Rodriguez one, and I think that was that's my favorite Rodriguez movie.
I got to tell you something.
He's ever made.
That Robert Rodriguez is a very talented filmmaker. Here's something you're not going to hear a lot of people say. Robert Rodriguez and Quentin Tarantino are two very talented filmmakers, and I don't think anybody else ever says that.
Oh, I always praise you for your originality, Greg.
Thank you. You know who else was a really good filmmaker? Albert Einstein.
No. Huh? I don't know if anyone's ever said that, actually. So, original thinker you are.
Yeah.
No, Albert Einstein was a scientist.
Yeah. Made
great movies. Are you aware of the theory of relativity?
Yeah, I don't agree with it.
What? Some aspects of it, I think, have been disputed.
I dispute the M part.
Oh, okay. So you don't believe in mass? Is that?
I believe it's E equals C squared.
So you think energy equals the speed of light squared?
Yes, that's what C stands for the speed of light.
I think so.
So it's energy equals mass times the speed of light squared?
I think so. Yeah, I think it does.
And to do that equation, do you do the speed of light squared and then multiply it by mass, or do you do mass plus the speed of light and then square the whole thing together?
No, it's mass times the speed of light squared. So, yeah, good question. I think it's mass times the speed of light, and then you square that.
Okay, yeah. Listen, no one can be sure. Let's call up Albert Einstein. Ask him what he meant by that.
Okay.
Which
good call.
I'll admit might be difficult because he does have a thick accent. So it might be difficult to understand what he's saying. He was born in Germany or Austria or one of those other countries where they have ridiculous accents.
Greg, they're not ridiculous accents.
They are ridiculous. Nobody walks around talking like that.
Speaking a certain language, and then they had to try to learn English.
That's what I'm saying. If they just were raised speaking English like the rest of us, then they would not have had these ridiculous...
Who do you mean? What do you mean by the rest of us?
By all the other Americans, then they would not have these...
They weren't Americans, though.
That's what I'm saying. They made a mistake.
Okay.
I'm sure they can own up to it. They can own up to their own mistake.
The mistake being not born in America?
Not being born in America.
Did you choose where you were born, Greg? Did you choose where you were born?
Yeah. And I was like, America, please. See, here's the deal.
Okay.
If you choose to not be born in America, then I mean, listen, that's the first strike. You know what I'm saying?
This sounds like a good section to put as a YouTube short right here. Yeah.
Especially since the video is so delightfully dark.
Yes.
Here's the deal. This is what I said. You change your environment, and then the dark thoughts start coming out. These are dark thoughts I have about the world.
Well, they're kind of dumb thoughts, is what they are.
They're dumb, dark thoughts. Yeah. That's all I'm saying. They're dumb and dark. But I have no regrets. Do you know the old saying, egrets have no regrets? I don't think that's true. I think that some egrets have some regrets.
I've never heard the saying egrets have no regrets.
Okay. Well, egrets are, I think they're herons. They have, they're birds with long legs.
Yeah.
And
I have never heard of one of them having a regret, though. That's true.
But I think that some of them do have regrets, but we don't know about them because like Americans, or like people who were not born in America, they also do not speak English.
Well, no.
And if they did, they would have a ridiculous egret accent.
Many people who were not born in America do speak English.
Well, that might be true because I will say this. When I went to Iceland recently, everyone in Iceland spoke English.
In fact, every country I've ever been to, people spoke a little English at least. And many spoke a lot of English.
You know what? Because they realized they made a mistake by not being born here. And they're like, I want to rectify this. And
or maybe they are better at taking the time to learn languages other than their own native language.
Yeah, just like we do, just like all Americans do. You know, they say that people who live in Europe speak an average of 21 languages and fluently. And in America, you know, we only speak an average of 15 to 17 languages fluently. So we got a little catching up to do, but
that's
still
a lot of languages. No one speaks that many languages fluently.
I think that you'll find if you go anywhere in America, especially in the flyover states as they call them, you will meet a lot of people who speak 15 to 17 languages.
Listen, I live in what one would call a flyover state.
That's why I never see you when I go to New York. We don't stop. We don't stop in Madison.
No, I see your airplane go by.
Yeah.
I
do you wave
to it.
You do wave?
Yeah, I do.
Do you know Madison is named after Dolly Madison, who made all those delicious baked goods?
I didn't know that because it's not true.
It actually is. Haven't you ever had baked goods in Madison?
I have had baked goods. That's not
it's because of
said.
Dolly Madison of the musical Hello, Dolly, which is all her story about when she made the baked goods.
Yeah. Wait, she made... Yeah, so because I had baked goods in Madison.
That's correct.
That proves what you said?
Yes.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Not Dolly Madison baked goods, just baked goods.
Because you had baked goods. Listen, don't complicate this.
Okay.
I can't see your face, so I don't know if you're teasing me or not, but I feel like you're teasing me. I feel like you know these facts.
I think your behavior is even more ridiculous with the lights off, Greg, and I actually like it. Like it. I appreciate it.
You like this a lot? Okay, good.
Yeah. In fact, this should be our thing now. It's two guys talking about lettuce in the dark. That should be our podcast.
Okay.
And I think the tone of my voice has changed because the lights are off.
Oh, absolutely. No, this is the most intimate episode we've ever done. I feel like you and I are very intimate right now. Do you feel intimate?
Well, now I feel weirded out because you're saying intimate too much.
Yeah,
but
I feel like we're getting intimate with each other in an intimate way.
Now I'm uncomfortable.
You and I are being really intimate.
Yeah, you just describing both of us as one is really uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's like we're an intimate couple right now.
It's not like that really because we're not even in the same room.
Yeah, I know, but it's so dark you can't tell that we're in different rooms. Like it almost looks like we're right next to each other.
I don't know. You can see a pretty clear.
Just reach over like this.
There's a pretty clear line right there.
I don't see one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God. For those of you who are not watching the video, you are missing out on intimate moments right now.
Yeah.
I feel like this episode should be called Intimate Moments with Greg and Craig. Or if you prefer, we could call it Intimate Moments with Craig and Greg. I'll let you go first if you like. Yeah, you can be on top.
Don't say on top.
If you want, you can be on top. I don't mind being on the bottom if you want to be on top. Is all I'm saying.
This is Greg. I don't like where this is going.
All right. Do you want to just call this video, this episode, Craig Gets on Top?
I don't appreciate you with the lights off as much anymore. I
think this is special. This is very special.
It's pretty special. Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm doing fine.
Now you're getting tired. Getting tired.
Well, you know why? Because when it gets dark like this, I feel like this is like a signal to my brain, like time to go to sleep now.
Yeah. I have a little crack. I have a little crack.
Hey,
Greg.
You know what? Speaking of, I have a little crack. I had a girlfriend in college.
Okay,
a little crack.
Okay, separate topic.
Huh?
My shade. One of my shades is partially open. That's why you can see this light on the side of my face.
Yeah. Okay.
Should I shut that and make it completely dark?
No, I kind of like that. There's just. I mean, it's very creepy, and I like it.
Yeah, it's true.
And I feel like it's really given us the feeling that we need for this episode.
I don't know if the effect is the same over the internet to you, but it looks like my video feed looks like cell shading animation, doesn't it?
Yeah, I don't know what you mean, but yes.
Like, have you seen the movie Waking Life or A Scanner Darkly?
Yes, I have seen Waking Life. I haven't seen A Scanner Darkly because I don't have a scanner.
Wait. So you do have a Waking Life. So you saw Waking Life.
Yeah. Normally, I'm awake for most of the day.
So did you see Jurassic Park? Because you don't have a Jurassic Park.
Well, no, I do have a park near me. I have E.T. Park.
Okay, that's
which
true.
Is where they made a different Spielberg movie. It's as long as you live close to a park where they made another Spielberg movie, then you're good. So
now, so have you seen the Barbie movie?
Yeah.
Do you have a Barbie?
No,
doll?
but one of my first jobs when I worked as an actor out here in Los Angeles, I got hired, and this is a true story. And this was, by the way, for a young guy, like around 22 years old or so when I booked this. This is amazing. 22 days in a row at a Mattel toy convention in La Jolla, California, down near San Diego. They put us up at a fancy hotel, and they hired, I think, about 60 actors, half men, half male, half female. And all the women were beautiful, and all the guys were funny. Because when you're a guy, you don't have to be beautiful in the entertainment industry. In the entertainment industry, when you're a lady, you have to be pretty. So
okay,
yeah,
sure.
So they hired a bunch of pretty ladies and funny young men, and we had 22
funny ugly men, funny ugly men,
all hideous, funny men.
Yeah,
I was hideous when I was 22.
Yeah. Okay.
And now I'm only hideous on the inside.
Yeah, which is better.
Yeah. Now I'm very handsome on the outside, hideous on the inside.
Yeah, like I don't care. Like I don't care what you are on the inside because I'm not looking at that.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah. It's just like look if you turn the lights off in the room. See?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
What? Okay. Sure. Anyway, so you go on. You did a Barbie.
I'm going to pretend. I mean, listen. I may have said the wrong thing, but I'm just going to pretend that I'm an egret right now. And I have no regrets.
Okay. Sure. So you don't have a scanner.
Oh, so what I was going to say about Mattel is they said, listen, one thing, and they wanted us to all improvise stuff, because we're all just playing with toys and helping to sell their toys at the toy fair. But they'd have all these buyers come in from like Japan, like different places, all over the place. Like they had some Japanese people come in.
Sure.
And some people
anywhere other than Japan, or
just different places, all kinds of different places.
Like where else?
From different Japanese countries and stuff.
Wait,
so anyway,
like Japan. Wait. What other Japanese countries besides Japan?
Well, Japan's one of them, and then other ones. Yeah. Anyway, so
Greg,
they would have people
just for Japanese people.
But they did tell us. They told us, don't make jokes about Barbie because Barbie is Mattel's number one moneymaker, and you can't make jokes about Barbie.
Okay.
And then here they are all these years later making a Barbie movie that's filled with jokes.
About Barbie, yes.
Yeah. Filled with jokes.
Do you feel betrayed?
I do.
Do you feel...
I do.
Yeah? Did you like the Barbie movie? I thought it was great.
I liked it. You know, it gets a little weird at the end, and it sort of lost me as it was getting, you know, kind of...
Got a little preachy.
Got a little preachy and ethereal. And it, in fact, I had ethereal for breakfast this morning, a delicious breakfast ethereal.
Yeah, did you put milk on it?
I did. I put milk on my breakfast ethereal, and it was delicious.
Okay. I thought it was great. I liked the ethereal. I love eating ethereal, and sometimes I like a little ethereal in my movies.
Yeah.
So.
Let me ask you something. Do you watch the television program on HBO? There's a streaming service called HBO. Did you watch? Did you watch
called Max now.
No, it's called HBO. Did you watch the HBO series The Last of Us?
I did.
Okay,
I did.
Kim and I, in the past 2 nights, have watched. Now, Kim is my wife.
Yes.
She and I have watched in the last 2 nights the first episode and the second episode.
Yes. Okay.
And the only reason we're going to keep watching it is because people say the third episode is excellent. I
think I told you that. As I was one of those people.
You might have been one of those people, but so did my friend Miles, and so did people on my stream last night at twitch.tv/mediocrefilms.
I will tell you, the third episode is mind-blowingly great.
Okay, well, I'm excited about this because so far the series has not been mind-blowingly great. It's like the pilot starts off well, and then it gets boring, and then the second episode a little on the boring side.
Yeah. But here's the thing.
Yeah.
The third episode is mind-blowingly great, and then it will go back to being kind of boring. You probably don't need to watch the rest of it.
Okay, you know what? I'm glad to know that, because I would be happy to give the show up after the best episode. That way I'll just have a good opinion of the show.
Yes. I mean, it's still... I watched it at the end, and I liked it. All of it. But I played the video game as well.
See, I didn't even know it was a video game until last night when someone told me. But because when you watch it on the HBO, they call it the HBO now. They added the. They just did that. I just got a notification in my right ear. This looks like my left ear on video, but I'm pointing to my right ear. Mm-hmm. Sort of a mirror image.
Yeah, people get it. People,
anyway.
They get it, and most people are just listening. So.
Oh yeah, who?
The people who are taking in this content.
Steve, is Steve listening?
Yeah, I bet someone. Steve's a pretty common name, so I bet someone named.
Is Mike listening?
That's another common name, so maybe. I mean,
how about Deloria? Is Deloria listening?
That's less likely, but possible, I guess.
I want to do a shout out to Deloria. I am thrilled that she's listening. We love you, Deloria.
So you just kept saying names until I said it was unlikely that someone was named that, so that you could do the shout out.
I'm even going to guess that Deloria is one of our Patreon listeners, which is excellent, because now it's time for the Patreon-only bonus section, which starts when you say the word sandwich.
Okay. When I say that word, we'll start. What if our Patreon-only section we make really bright, like as bright as we can possibly make it?
I don't want to do that because they won't be able to see it. They can only hear it.
Oh, yeah.
When are you going to say the word?
Good point. Okay. Maybe we'll just get really bright by the end of this whole episode then. How about that? Okay, sandwich.
This portion of Two Guys Talking About Lettuce has been edited out for your listening inconvenience. If you wish to hear the complete, unedited version with the bonus talking, be sure to visit patreon.com/Two Guys Talking About Lettuce. And now, back to the edited, not as good version of the podcast.
And that's the end of the Patreon-only bonus section. We hope that you enjoyed it. I know I did.
I mean, I had a pretty good time.
I mean, I feel like between the two of us, I had a better time. I mean, it's not a contest, but if it were, I won the contest. I just won the better time contest.
Listen, I just had a good time, and that's all I'm going to say about it.
All right, but I had a better time, and so I won. So basically, look, it's not a contest, but I won the contest, is what I'm saying.
I'm not engaging with this.
Maybe this episode should be called Greg Won the Contest.
No, I don't think so.
Well, you're right.
It should be the
You know why?
Episode.
Because
it should be called the darkest podcast in history.
The darkest podcast. Here's the deal. If we called it Greg Won the Contest, then people wouldn't have to listen to it because they'd be like, oh, well, now I know the ending. Greg won the contest, so I don't have to listen to it.
Well, then you just put a question mark at the end.
Greg won the contest?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah?
Now that's titling 101.
Or what if you just to really create mystery, if you just title the podcast a question mark?
Huh. That would be ignored. But okay.
Do you remember the song 96 Tears came out in the 60s and it was by the group Question Mark and the Mysterians?
Yes, I didn't remember who made the song, but I remember the song.
The name of the song is Question Mark. The name of the song is 96 Tears, and it's by Question Mark and the Mysterians, which I think is hilarious because I believe the lead singer's name is Mark. Question Mark.
And then the drummer's name is Question?
Okay, well now you're being ridiculous.
Right.
And let me just tell you something. If you're not an egret, I imagine that you have regrets about what you just said.
Well, I'm not an egret, as you know.
And do you have regrets?
None.
You have no regrets?
No regrets.
Okay.
No, I mean about that. Anyway, I have deep, deep regrets about a lot of other things.
Yeah.
But we won't. We'll just leave that as a question mark.
All right.
But wait. 96 Tears.
96
the
Tears.
Band.
You're going to cry 96 Tears.
Yes. You're going to cry.
Do
they have any other good? Were they a one-hit wonder?
They were a one-hit wonder. They did not have another hit as far as I know.
That is a shame because that's a great song.
It is a great song, but it also, like, Louie Louie is a great song, but the Kingsmen never had another hit. It's not. It's not like you're going to go oh, let's make another song as good as Louie Louie. Nope.
Well, they could have made another good song.
That's why I'm fascinated by one-hit wonders.
Yeah,
fascinated.
You should do a podcast about it.
Yeah. I should. I've always wanted to.
See, if I turn my glasses a certain way, you can see the curtain where it's partially open in the reflection of my glasses.
You're right. I see like a little line,
Yeah.
And this is great.
Yeah.
This is great visual content.
Yeah.
All right. So I've been working on impressions. I may have done this impression before, but I've been working on it, and I think it's much better now. So I want to do an impression again for our listeners.
Oh, no. Okay.
This is a man trying to eat ice cream on the surface of the sun. Have you heard this before?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Because I've been working on this for a few months, and I feel like it's gotten a lot better. I mean, I could do it the way that I used to do it, and then I could do it the way that I do it now.
Okay.
And I think that you'd see that. Okay. Here's how I used to do it. When I first started, here's how I used to do it like 3 months ago. This is a man trying to eat ice cream on the surface of the sun.
Okay.
Oh, man, this is good. What is this, cookies and cream? Okay, that's how I used to do it. Now, I don't know if you noticed, but I kind of forgot about how he's on the surface of the sun.
Yeah. Okay? The sun had nothing to do with that.
Yeah, there's no reaction at all to the heat.
That was just a man eating cookies and cream ice cream.
Yeah, and here's the weird thing: it wasn't even cookies and cream. So it's another flavor, but he doesn't know what the flavor is. Anyway,
but it was similar. It was similar.
It's not that similar. It was a strawberry. It's
so he's just got bad taste buds. This man,
like he had temporarily. I think being on the surface of the sun had made him lose his taste buds. I don't know exactly how.
Like
but what I'm saying is, it was confusing.
Would have other consequences.
Yeah,
but okay.
It was confusing, and it kind of ignores the fact that he's on a very hot surface. So now, this is my new version I've been working on, and I feel like it's greatly improved. This is now the current version of a man trying to eat ice cream on the surface of the sun. Here we go.
All right.
Oh, this is either cookies and cream or strawberry or something, but man, my feet are slightly warm.
Okay. Yeah. Is that it?
Yeah. I think that his feet are sweating in his shoes.
Now, is this some sort of superhuman person who can withstand an enormous amount of heat? Because
that's just a regular guy. In fact, he's a dentist.
Okay.
Which is weird because dentists
think he
don't
would've-
normally eat a lot of sugar. I think, unless
that true?
it's weird.
I don't-
Well, maybe listen. Here they say that psychologists and psychiatrists are some of the most messed up people you'll ever meet. Like they have a lot of problems. So maybe it's
Sure.
the same with dentists. Like dentists are always just like, all right, I've cleaned everybody's teeth. Now I'm going to go eat ice cream for the rest of the day. And then they just go and they have one of those 6-7 hour ice cream sessions.
I think it's more about just cleaning your teeth. They can still eat the ice cream. They'll just take care of their teeth afterwards.
Yeah, but
you know?
but if you eat sugary things, your teeth sort of rot out from the sugar. And
Yeah,
and
well,
I
that's
feel
why
like,
you clean them.
Yeah, but I
That's
feel
why
like
you clean- yeah.
but if they're going to eat sugary ice cream for 6 or 7 hours straight,
Well,
like
okay.
that's not enough time to clean.
Yeah,
it.
that's
I mean,
true,
their
but I
teeth are
don't-
just going to rot.
I kind of ignored that bit of what you said because that's ridiculous.
No.
They're not eating ice cream for 6 or 7 hours straight.
What are you friends with a lot of dentists? You like know everything there is to know about dentists?
No, I guess
You
I
don't know all
yeah.
there is to know about dentistry.
No, but that is not about dentistry.
Let
that
me
is
just
you
say this,
assuming
Craig. When
the
you-
habits of people.
When you
Yeah.
have a DDS after your name, then I'll listen to your opinions about dentistry. But until then, I'm going to
Wait a
trust a
second.
dentist over
Wait.
you. You do not
Okay,
have a
what
DDS.
what dentist are you trusting that they eat 6 or 7
I'm gonna
hours
trust
of sugar?
the words that come out of a dentist's mouth, a real dentist, instead of
Okay.
you. You're a fake dentist. And
Wait,
what's that?
Google is talking. Do you hear that? Can you hear that?
Google was just talking?
Yeah. My Google Home thought I was asking it about dentists for some reason.
And what did it say?
Do you hear that?
What did it say? I can
It just
hear this
said,
talking.
would you
about it.
like to know more about dentists? Blah, blah, blah. I didn't hear exactly what it
Yeah,
said.
no, I would like to know more. Google, say more about dentists.
Yes. That's too late. It's
Oh.
too late. It's
Shoot.
gone.
She lost interest in you?
She lost interest. But listen, Greg.
Yeah, I'm listening.
What dentist told you that they eat for 6 or 7 hours after they're done with their dentistry? They eat sugar. What dentist?
Coach Wilson?
Coach Wilson.
Yeah,
That's
Coach
a coach. That's not a dentist. And who is that?
Coach Wilson,
Yeah.
dentistry.
Coach Wilson. Now, why is he a coach or she? Why?
He, obviously he.
Okay. Why is it obviously he?
Because Coach Wilson. So Coach
Okay.
Coach Wilson is a very well-known dentist in my town, little town that I live in called Los Angeles. Everybody knows Coach
Okay.
Wilson.
It's
They're like,
not
oh,
a
you're
little
gonna
town, and
go get your
No, no.
teeth cleaned at Coach Wilson Dentistry. Like,
there is
yeah.
no dentist that everyone knows in Los Angeles. 'Cause it's a very big,
except for
very
Coach-
big.
Everybody knows Coach Wilson. Here's the deal.
Okay.
He has a gimmick. When you go
Mm-hmm.
to his dentistry office, you walk in, and all of a sudden you've realized that it's like you walk in the door, but then all of a sudden it opens up and it's a soccer field. And
Oh
there
my
he
God.
is, and he's standing in the middle of a soccer field, and he's got his black and white striped shirt. Oh, I guess
Yeah.
he's a referee also. So he's a
okay.
coach and a referee
Okay.
of soccer, and he's got a whistle
And he's a
around
dentist?
his neck. He's got
Yeah.
a whistle, and
Yeah.
he's got a dentist drill.
Sure.
And people
Uh-huh.
go there to play soccer and get their teeth. Look, I don't really know how it works. I've never gone. Okay, I mean, I'll
Okay.
admit to you, I've never gone
Well,
to
then
Coach
how do
Wilson
you?
Dentistry.
But you've talked to him about his
I
eating
didn't-
habits.
No, I didn't. He sent me an
Okay.
email
Why did he send you an email if you've never gone?
because he knows that we do this podcast, and he knew that we were going to have a dark episode and talk about this. He just sent me an email with the facts. Okay.
How did he know we were going to have? We just decided we were going to have a dark episode. We didn't plan it.
I don't know all the look. I can't answer all your questions. All I'm saying is that Coach Wilson Dentistry sent me the email with the
You know,
facts
when we get
about
into
ice
this
cream.
this part of our conversation where you say I can't answer your questions, it leads me to believe that you are just making this up as you go along, Greg. This is not true.
Okay.
The things you say are not true.
Okay, I don't know why you think I'm making like it's weird. This is a conversation that I have with my son all the time. My son he's at the lying phase. He just makes up things as if they are
Oh.
facts.
I wonder where he got that from.
I mean, honestly, it's hilarious. So, and one of the things that he loves to lie about is he loves to pretend that he can guess the name of the band that's playing when we drive in the car on the way to school. Like this morning, I'm listening to Fleetwood Mac in the car because I am a very old person and I listen to old music. So I'm listening to Fleetwood Mac in the car, and he said, "Let me guess the name of this band. I'm guessing this is Fleetwood Mac." And I'm like, and I said, "Charlie," which by the way is my son's name, coincidentally. I said, "Charlie."
Oh, is that a coincidence?
It's a coincidence, yeah, totally.
Wait, it's a coincidence that you said Charlie and that it's his name?
I was just guessing, and I got it right. So anyway, okay. I said, Charlie, how did you guess? Did you guess by reading the name off of the screen? Because there's a screen which says what's playing, and it says Fleetwood Mac. I said, did you guess by reading the name? No, I didn't look at the screen. I said, Charlie, really? You didn't? Are you telling me that you didn't look at the screen? You just knew this was Fleetwood Mac? He said, yeah. I said, how did you know this was Fleetwood Mac? He said, because my teacher plays their songs in class. I'm like, no, she doesn't. And I said to him, you're lying to me. Get out of the car and walk the last 9 miles.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
You didn't drive very far.
No, I did. We live 117 miles. So I'd already driven 108 miles. You see how quickly I did the math?
God.
I'm very good at math. You know why? Because I went to school, unlike my son, who never makes it because he can't walk 9 miles.
Plus,
you know why?
it takes so long to drive. It takes so long to drive there as well.
Yeah, and then by the time you arrive, school's over.
Wait, does he? What school is he going to?
Honestly, I should have sent him to a neighborhood school instead of a school.
Yeah. In what town?
Mexico.
Is he going to? Oh, in Mexico.
Yeah.
Wow. In Tijuana?
I heard.
Yeah.
I heard that they had free schools in Mexico, and so I was like, well, let's save some money. Turns out the schools in LA are free also.
Yeah.
The public schools.
So, yeah. You could just go there. You didn't have to.
I'm going to switch tomorrow. He's going to start going to an LA school.
So what time do you get up to drive to school?
We sleep in. We sleep in about 11:30, 11:45, and then we'll have a nice lunch.
Okay.
We'll play for a few hours, then we'll hit the road.
Oh.
And then
by
the time we get to Mexico,
4.
You
hit the road at like 2, and then you get there at about 4.
Get there about 4:30, and they're like, "Oh, school ended a couple hours ago," and they're like, "Every day you say that," and they're like, "You should be here earlier," and also, why are you taking your child to school in Mexico?
Are they saying this in Spanish?
They do say it in Spanish, and I don't understand a word of it because I don't speak Spanish.
So you're just making up what you think they say.
I guess.
And then you drive home, and then you get home at
Craig,
6:30.
I'm done. Craig, I'm done. I'm done with this whole bit. I'm just done. I want you to take over now. I want you to be the hilarious one. And I'll just react and I'll just react to you going like, no, I don't think that's right. No, that's no. I think you're making that up. I'm just going to you do things now. Go. You be funny.
Greg, I can't just make things up and be the dumb one.
No, I don't think that's right.
The dumb liar because
no, I think you're making that up.
That's not my character that we've established.
No.
I just can't.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
What? What?
Did I do it right? Was I being you?
No.
I thought that. No, you're doing it again. You just said no. You just said no.
Yeah, I said no in response to something you did wrong. Yes. I don't just say no willy-nilly.
It's William Nilliam.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
Yes. Here's the deal.
Okay.
On retrospect, upon further consideration,
yes.
I think it's true that egrets have no regrets because I feel like they live in the moment and they don't really.
I think you're just latching onto this because egret sounds like regret. So
well, I'm not the one who wrote the famous saying.
Well, no, you're not, and no one is because no one wrote that saying.
No one wrote egrets have no regrets.
Well, maybe someone, but we don't know who that is, and we've never read it. So,
should we call this episode "Egrets Have No Regrets"?
No, we need to call this the darkest podcast episode in history.
Okay, the darkest podcast episode in history. Okay,
yeah,
make a note of that.
Okay,
write that down.
Or the darkest podcast episode in human history.
Okay, well now I don't know which to believe.
Okay, same thing. It just sounds different.
Do you know what's
Listen,
great about
and I can't make a note. I can't make a note because I turned my other monitor off, and the notes app is in that monitor. So
Oh man.
can't.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what's great about us being in the dark like this is that I feel like we're having a sleepover.
Uh-huh.
You know, when you're a kid and you have a sleepover and it's dark in the room and the parents have just said, okay, time for you to go to sleep now. You got to
Yeah.
go to sleep. No more playing around, kids. Go to sleep. Put the knives away. and it's time to
shut your
just
traps.
Shut your traps. Put your knives in the knife container. And then you put your knives in the knife container and then you lay down and it's dark and then you just start talking and giggling and you stay awake for like another 38 minutes.
Yeah.
Just being
And not
goofy and
stabbing each other anymore.
no, well,
with
because the knives are they're obviously in the knife container, so
Yeah.
there's no chance of stabbing.
Yeah.
So
That's the best part about when the knives are in the knife container. Yeah.
It really is. It
Yeah.
really is, Craig.
Chances of stabbing go way down.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
Yeah. Keep your knives in your knife container, folks.
Well, anyway, that's how I feel now. I feel like we're having a sleepover, and we're in that giddy stage where we're just making each other giggle, and we're not falling asleep, and we're like, this is the greatest thing ever. I want to have a sleepover every night. And then finally you get to sleep, and then when you wake up in the morning, the alarm goes off, or your parents come in and they sing that song. You know how they sing that song to wake you up?
No. What song is that?
That song, get up, you son of a bitch.
No.
Get up,
No.
get up.
That's not a song.
My leg really itches. Get up. My
It doesn't
leg
even rhyme.
itches, and you're a son of a bitch. You son of a bitch.
Itches doesn't rhyme with bitch. First of
Okay,
all.
you are sons of bitches then. If you have multiple kids,
Yeah, you should have.
sons of bitches. My leg really itches.
Yeah. But if it's son of a bitch, then it's my leg has an itch.
My leg has an itch. You can change it depending on how many kids you have.
Okay. But that's also not a song, and no one should sing a song like that to their child.
Well, but you know why? Because if a mother calls their kid a son of a bitch, she's only insulting herself.
Right.
You know?
Yes. Or her husband or wife.
Oh, you know what? That's so true. She might have a wife. Sometimes ladies have wives.
Yes, that's true,
Yeah.
Greg.
Yeah. Is that legal in all states now? Is gay
Yes.
marriage legal in all states now?
Yes, it is.
So that's pretty great. See, I remember.
But you know what isn't?
What's that?
Smoking marijuana.
Yeah, that's weird. So if you want to smoke marijuana at your own gay wedding, you can only do that in certain states.
That's right.
So sometimes people will go, they'll have like a gay wedding in another state just so they can smoke marijuana at their wedding.
Yeah, that's the.
It's very common.
That's the only reason. Yes,
It's
the only
very
reason.
common.
Yeah,
There are
number
so
one
many
on the
there's
list
so
when
many
you
rules with
plan a wedding.
Yeah.
You number one thing is, can we smoke marijuana there? That's at the wedding.
Yeah.
Not at the reception.
Well, here's the deal. You smoke marijuana at the wedding, then by the time you get to the reception, you're going to be pretty hungry.
You feeling good?
Yeah, you're going to be feeling good, and you're going to be in the mood for cake. You're going to want cake.
Yeah,
And
that's
because
true.
here the worst thing is when you get married and you've spent a lot of money on a fancy cake, and everybody's like, "Nah, I'm not that hungry. I don't want the cake. No, thank you. No cake for me."
Who was saying that?
Hillary. Yeah, Hillary says it. No, thank you. I don't
Hillary
want.
Clinton?
No, not Hillary Clinton. That's not how she talks. Come on, man.
Okay,
Be serious.
All right.
No, I don't want cake. I'm not hungry. No cake for me.
Hillary Swank? Is that who?
But no, it's not a famous Hillary. It's just a lady named Hillary.
Okay, all right.
I don't know her last name. I don't,
No, thank you. I
Oh,
don't
you-
want the cake.
oh, you know her. Okay.
Oh no, I don't want no.
Not hungry. No cake for
Not
me.
hungry. Oh no.
Okay. All right. You know who I'm talking about. Obviously, you do.
Yeah.
You're doing a perfect impression.
So
of her.
that's why you got to give Hillary a bunch of marijuana.
Yeah. So
first.
she gets peckish.
Yeah. Oh, I've got the munchies. Oh.
I'm feeling a bit peckish and can go for some cake. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I love cake, by the way. I said this on my Twitter recently, and it's a great tip for anybody that if you ever want to play a fun, harmless prank on a bride at a wedding, what you do is you bring your own piece of white cake to a wedding, and you put it on a plate when you get there, and you're at the reception. They haven't cut their cake yet. You bring out your piece of cake, you eat it right in front of the bride and go, "Oh my God, this wedding cake is delicious." And watch her freak out. "Oh my God, no, you cut my cake." She freaks out. And it's a totally harmless prank because you didn't cut her cake, So
It's not harmless though,
so
Greg,
she
because you are
freaks out.
causing
She
you are
freaks out.
causing panic.
You punch her
Yeah.
right in the nose, break her nose.
Okay. Now that's
And-
way more harmful. That's way more harmful.
What part's
Yeah.
harmful?
Okay,
what's harmful?
the assault, the physical, the violent
Okay, well,
assault.
that part's optional anyway. You don't have to do that part.
Okay.
That's just a bonus.
All right.
Like if you really want to leave an impression.
You missed an opportunity to make some sort of pun about salt on the cake, but
I don't like to make jokes about things that are serious. I mean, this is a person's wedding day. I mean, they're going to remember this the rest of their life, and you're making jokes. You're making a mockery of a person's wedding.
Well, then it's more disturbing that you weren't making a joke when you were talking about punching a bride in the face. That's not a joke.
Well, I never said that. Why would I say that?
Okay.
It's ridiculous.
Okay, now I'm more concerned about your memory because.
All right, Gary. Listen, you don't have to do any of that. I'm just saying the cake part is the joke part, and it's a harmless prank. Everyone enjoys it, and then later you reveal
I don't think the bride would enjoy that.
You're like, look, I didn't actually eat your cake. This is my own cake that I brought.
Yeah.
And then to prove it, you cut into her cake and show her the insides of the cakes are different.
Okay. No. Then it's no longer a silly prank, and now you've actually cut the cake.
Yeah, but you take a piece of the cake and you smash it on her face because a lot of brides like to do that. They smash cake on each other's faces. I don't understand that. Why would you listen? Like, do you respect the person you're marrying or not? Why would you smash cake on another person's face?
It's just fun, Greg. It's just a fun, silly
Is
thing
it? Did you do it at your wedding?
No.
Okay. Well, then it must not be that fun.
We didn't even have cake. We had donuts.
You had donuts at your wedding?
Yeah.
I can't believe you didn't invite me. I love donuts.
It was breakfast wedding.
I mean, frankly, it was rude for you not to invite. You had donuts at a breakfast wedding?
Yep.
So if I showed up and I did the white cake trick, the little white cake prank, and I'd be like, this wedding cake is delicious. You'd be like, we don't even have a cake.
I'm glad I wasn't such good friends with you back then.
Why?
Because you weren't at my wedding.
Yeah, we would have had a really good time, though. I am a blast at weddings.
I just, if we had gotten married now, you would be invited to the wedding, Greg. We know each other more now.
Yeah, we do. We do know each other more now. How many years you been married now? 7,000?
Yes, 7,000 years.
That's a lot of years.
We just celebrated our 7,000th. That's
I was just guessing.
Which anniversary is that? That's like the
paper.
Paper. Yes.
Yeah.
Paper. Okay.
Yeah. You've run out of things.
They just get cheaper and cheaper.
Yeah. And it's not even a full sheet. It's a tiny little. You just tear off a tiny little piece of paper, draw a smiley face on it, hand it to the other person.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, and you're done. Speaking of you're done, go ahead and wrap this episode up because we're done.
Listen, everybody, thank you for listening to the darkest episode ever, which is now going to become the brightest episode ever.
No, don't ruin it. Don't ruin it.
It's going to become the brightest.
Oh, God, no. He's turning lights on. Oh, I don't like this at all. Oh, I find this highly disappointing.
I'm talking about lettuce.
Man.
I'm talking about lettuce.
It was so dark, and now he's made it bright.
I'm talking
I'm just gonna end this episode. I'm just gonna stop recording now.
No, Greg.
No,
Stop.
I'm doing it. I'm gonna stop it.
I'm not done.
Yeah. All right. Say your last thing. Go on. Oh my God. He made it really bright. Oh, this is okay. We're done. This is it.
No,
We're out of here.
Nope.
See you next week, folks.
Thanks
This
for listening and stuff.
Goodbye.
Bye.